Hi, friends. All right, let me get this. No, I don't. I hate this thing because it always pops up and it's weird. Okay, where is my primer? I haven't put makeup on in ages, but I have a Zoom happy hour to go to, so I thought we could get ready for it. I'm not going to do like a full face, but hey, Marvelous. How are you doing? Okay. Oh, here's my primer. Okay. I'm gonna just put a little bit of this silk canvas on. I really should put like my lights on because I feel like you guys probably can't see me as well. I wonder if I should try this. Hi, Salsa. Let's see. Hi, Candace. What are you guys doing today? I am just getting ready for a quick little Zoom happy hour. I just like woke up from a nap because I've been exhausted lately. I feel like my anxiety has just been making me go crazy and not be able to sleep very well. So I will take a nap and chance to sleep whenever I can. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. But what are you guys doing today? You're hiding in your room from the kids? What have they been doing today? Are they behaving? I do feel like this, as much as sometimes I see other people post stuff and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I had like my own little family and kids. Now is one time I'm like, okay, maybe it's okay that I don't have kids because I think I would kill them if I was quarantined with them. They're trying to kill you. What are they doing? Oh my gosh. I miss those little guys. Oh, Zamir, you're so sweet. What have you been up to, Zamir? Okay, so usually when I hop on these like little Zoom happy hour things, I don't put too much makeup on because I feel like the quality is so low, no one can really see my face anyway. So I'm not gonna put too much like foundation on. I'm just gonna go, I say I'm not gonna put on and then watch I put a ton on. I'm gonna use my Tarte Clay Stick foundation. This is in the shade medium, which is a bit lighter than my skin tone right now. So usually I will go over other areas and make it so it just like warms up my face. Oh, hi Maxine. What have you been up to? Are you on lockdown right now? Okay, so I'm just gonna blend this in. And usually when I'm just doing like a quick makeup, I will use my foundation as under eye concealer too, just to like skip one step and make it a bit easier. My skin has been freaking out lately because of everything, and I've been trying not to wear too much makeup just to let my skin breathe a little bit because I've been having breakouts like crazy. I live in Wisconsin in the US. Where do you live? Nays, is that how you say your name? Let's see. Samir, you had tough times and just watching my videos made you realize how worth it is to love your, oh. Love you, Zamir. It really, like, honestly, that if I know how to speak, one of the most important relationships in your life is the relationship with yourself. And that is why I think if you can use this time to like focus on yourself and just try and stay off of social media as much as possible, because social media is the worst thing for someone with anxiety and comparing yourself and feeling like you're not good enough. So limiting your time on social media during all of this, I have found, has really helped me, because I'm I'm just really anxious right now. So let's see. Oh, Marvin, thank you. Um, let's see. How am I feeling right now? Yeah, I'm feeling really anxious, and I think it's mainly because we just don't know when all this is going to end. And I think I'm such an empath. I feed off of other people, and when everything else is going on, I take on other people's energy, and I feel like I'm already struggling to process my own feelings through everything that's going on. But then when everyone else is also feeling anxious, it it just multiplies my anxiety. So that's been kind of hard, because I feel like when everything is normal and it's everyday life, I can better manage my own anxiety. But when everyone else is losing their shit, I'm like, okay, I was okay, but now that you're losing your shit, now I'm gonna lose my shit. So that's why for me, I haven't been as active on social media, because I feel like it's just such a toxic place for me right now, and I feed off of other people's energy. And so if everyone else is freaking out, it's just good for me. So yeah, I've been kind of just taking some time, and I started watching Game of Thrones, which I know I'm literally years behind on that show. But I never had HBO, and I never had the time to watch it. So now I'm finally devoting some time to watching it, and I really love it. Maxine, what time is it there? It is 4 p.m. Or what is it in military time? 1600 hours. Yeah, so I'm supposed to hop on a Zoom like happy hour with some friends in an hour. So I just thought I'd do a little quick little makeup before I hop on. But yeah, I haven't really done much today. I really like Game of Thrones, but I've only finished season 1. I know there's 8 seasons, but it's nice because there's only like 10 episodes each season, so it's not super overwhelming. But I like it. I think if you liked, I mean, it's very like Lord of the Rings type vibe. If you like Outlander, if you like those more medieval movies and TV shows, I think you'll really like it. The thing I like about it is that there's so many characters in the show, so it gives you more faster. And I feel like some shows where there's just a few central characters, it can feel slow, because there's only so much character development you can do with a few characters. But when there's like 15 people who could be classified as main characters, it keeps my attention more, if that makes sense. Oh, I love you more, Penny. How are you doing? Miss your face. Okay. I'm still like learning how to go live, you guys. This is like only the second time I've ever done it, so I don't really know what I'm doing. But let's see. This is my Benefit Brow. This is the Precisely Brow Pencil. This is in the shade 5. Let's see, Zamir, what about the quarantine? Are we going to turn back to our normal life? I don't know. That's what's like so scary about all of this. Some people are saying like this will never go back to being completely back to our normal life after this. And that to me doesn't freak me out as much. I think like this will all blow over, and I think we'll be fine. I think it's gonna do like the economy, I think, is going to be completely rocked by this. And that makes me nervous. And also for selfish reasons, I'm nervous because I was supposed to be having my surgery for endometriosis. That was supposed to help alleviate my pain, and that was scheduled in March, but it got canceled because of Corona. and it's supposed to be scheduled. The new date is supposed to be in May, and I think they're gonna have to cancel that too. So yeah, I'm kind of like, I don't know when I'm gonna get the surgery that I need because it's deemed as non-essential surgery. But yeah, without that surgery, I can't really like go back to, I mean, I don't think I'll ever be able to go back to my normal life before I was sick, but it is what it is, I guess. I mean, I know a lot of people are going through things 10 times worse than what I'm going through, so I just kind of like try to remind myself that my feelings are normal and they're valid, but also remind myself how blessed I am. So, I don't know, have your guys's, like your day-to-day life been affected a lot by everything? Let's see. Did it hurt to have my nose piercing? Um, I've had my nose pierced for like years now. I will say when I first got it pierced, I did get like keloids a lot. And it was definitely like sensitive. But I think out of all my piercings, I've gotten like, I don't know if you can see here, this pierced right here. I don't remember what this is called, the forward helix, if you can see that. I think this has been the most irritated piercing that constantly is getting affected, and I have to like make sure my hair doesn't get stuck, you know, on this piercing when I'm doing different hairstyles. I think if anything, that piercing, I always think cartilage piercings are the ones that hurt more. I feel like my nose piercing didn't hurt as much compared to that, if that makes sense. Let's see. How are you guys feeling though? Like with everything, do you have like a lot of anxiety, or are you just trying to keep busy? What have you guys been up to? Have I watched Vampire Diaries? I have. I loved Vampire Diaries. I wasn't a big fan. I saw something on Twitter the other day that was talking about different characters who were like the main character of their show, but they were annoying AF. And I feel like Elena is one of those people. She was such an annoying character, and I didn't understand why all the guys were so like obsessed with her. Like everyone in the show was obsessed with Elena, and it was like Elena this, Elena that. I was like, I don't get it. I feel like she's super whiny, and she honestly annoys me most of the time. So I don't get what the allure was of her. Okay, I feel like I put enough kind of foundation on, so I'm gonna do my, what is this? Hourglass Radiant Light powder. I love this stuff. I just usually put this all over the face to kind of set everything in, and it just gives like a nice glow. So I'm just gonna put that on. Yes, Candace. I think that has been one of the hardest things for me is, and another reason why I've been staying off of social media, because I feel like a lot of people aren't taking this seriously. And I feel like the longer they don't take it seriously, the longer we're going to be quarantined. And if people would just take this seriously and self-isolate and stop acting like this isn't a big deal, then maybe we could get this over with sooner. But the longer people want to act like they are the exception to the rule and they can just run around and do whatever they want, like we're gonna still be quarantined for how many more months? And I think that frustrates me too, because especially because of my surgery. So I'm like very anxious that if people don't follow the rules, I'm not going to get my surgery for a long time. And that makes me really nervous. And so that's for selfish reasons, and I understand that. But yeah, it's frustrating, especially when you have people in your family or friends that just aren't taking this seriously. I feel like more than anything, this virus has just like showed me how stupid people are. So that has been frustrating to try and deal with that. One thing that I just keep reminding myself is I can't control other people. Like I can only control myself and my actions. So all I can do is do my best to take care of myself and do the best things, you know, follow like the guidelines that the CDC has laid out for us. and just try and educate people around me. But at the end of the day, I can't control them. So I think that's something that's hard to just kind of accept, that we can't control other people. So that, but I mean, that's hard, you know, so that's been giving me anxiety. Let's see. You're mostly bored and dying to go out, but all this uncertainty makes you feel like this will take even longer than expected. Yeah, I feel like that too. It's just, I think that's the hard part, right? Is like, we don't know. I think it's so much easier when you have an end date. Like if I knew I'm going to be able to do all this stuff by May 20th, like then I could, okay, I can count on the days. I can start, you know, planning. I can do whatever, but I don't know. Like we could be here all through June. I have no idea. So that I think is what makes it so hard and what makes the anxiety, like, because we don't know. And the uncertainty is terrifying, and that's okay. And I think just reminding yourself that it's okay to be feeling sad or angry or anxious, whatever you're feeling, it's okay. It's normal that you're feeling this way. It's unprecedented. Like no one has had to go through something like this. And especially for people with anxiety, when, you know, eventually you do kind of have to go to the grocery store, or you have like, there's some things that it's that anxiety of that you might be exposed to something and then you're bringing that to your family, or it's just, it's, my heart goes out to all the people who are in, you know, the medical field and the sanitation workers and people, the grocery store workers, and people who they can't stay home. They have to go do their job because our society would completely collapse if they didn't. And I can't imagine how scary that would be. So, yeah, it's overwhelming. How do I deal with anxiety? I feel like I haven't been dealing with it very well lately. I feel like I have been doing a lot of avoidance. But again, you know, I think whatever you have to do during this time to just get by. So for me, I have been just turning my phone off and being like, I'm not going on Instagram or social media today because it's stressing me out. I'm going to stay in my little bubble where we're happy here. And I binge watch something on Netflix. Preferably shows that I feel like take you to another world. So that's why I think I have been loving watching Game of Thrones, because it really takes you to just a totally different world. And it's like that hour of escape does wonders for me. But I understand that's not possible for everyone. Let's see, what did I study in London? I went to King's College London. And I got my master's there in digital marketing. So it was a year-long program that I finished last year. Oh yeah, they're saying it could last until August. Isn't that just like terrifying? Maxine, you're actually from South Africa. Things are worse here. The people are so ignorant. It's really annoying to see how people aren't paying attention. Yeah, and that's the thing that's scary too, is so many people are saying so many different things. So it's like you could read one newspaper and they're saying this, and then this other source is saying this. And like I saw someone saying you should be wearing gloves, but then I saw another nurse say that you shouldn't wear gloves because then you're just spreading more germs. So it's like I don't know who to believe. I'm not a doctor. I'm not I don't know. So I think just doing whatever you can, try your best to be safe and follow all the precautions. And I think being over cautious is better than not being cautious enough. I would rather seem like I'm crazy and that I'm taking too many precautions to be safe than to not be as safe as I should have been. Oh, Candace, you still have to work during all this? Well, that's good that your work is taking precautions. Are they can you work from home, or do you still have to go in? Also sending love to anyone who is a teacher during this, because one of my best friends is a teacher and I've seen how hard that has been for her to try and virtually teach fourth graders. I would not want to be in her shoes right now, but she's doing a great job. Okay, I'm just gonna put a little bit more of this bronzer on. Let's see. What am I doing to just, to stay positive and be productive instead of laying around all day and binge watching stuff? Honestly, that's what I've been doing a lot, which, I mean, I don't want to say that that's not good, because again, like, I think whatever we need to be doing to just get through these hard days, like, we shouldn't be beating ourselves up for it. But I do think one thing that really helps is starting out your day with a routine, like waking up at the same time every day, making sure you're like hopping in the shower and doing all your morning routines that help you feel productive. Also, like making sure you're not wearing your pajamas all day. Not to say you need to get dressed and put on jeans or something, but like get dressed into your like comfy loungewear that feels a bit different than your nighttime PJs, so you feel more put together throughout the day. And make sure your to-do list is just like reasonable, because if it's overwhelming, you're not gonna be able to do all of it. You're gonna feel helpless that you didn't accomplish everything on the list. So yeah, I think just being patient and kind and realizing, like, even if you just do one thing, that's okay. Like, that's something that's, you know, and even if you just literally binge Netflix all day, that's okay too, because, you know, you're paying for it, so you might as well use it. So I have been, if anyone does have any good, yeah, change from your nighttime PJs to your daytime PJs. It really does make a difference, you know, so you're not staying in the same clothes. One of like my morning ritual that I love to do is make myself an iced coffee, and that really helps get my morning started and help me. I'm still doing freelance work, so I do social media work for a few different clients. So I don't work like full time, it's more part time, and it's something I can do just from my laptop at home. So I think that really helps me to like make my iced coffee, like that iced coffee from TikTok that everyone's been doing. I've been loving that lately. So that helps me to kind of get into a routine. Also a lot of light. I love set up a little office space and make sure it's by a window or someplace that you can get as much light in, since we're not able to just like go outside all the time. Even if you have like a patio or something like that, setting up your office outside in your backyard, I have found that really helps me. I even have one of those like light therapy lamps. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's really good for people with depression, that it's just emits light and is supposed to keep your mood happier. So that's really helped me too. Let's see. Do you know, let's see. Yes, I think so. Yeah, you're saying it's okay to binge watch all day, but it is a symptom of a bigger problem with avoidance. That's true. And that's something I feel like I've been doing a lot of, is it's all a lot to handle, and I'd rather avoid it than deal with it. Um, so yeah, I think that can be an issue too. Penny, have I learned any new TikTok dances? I haven't, but I should. I feel like TikTok is such a like a vortex. If I open that app, I will just be on it for like 3 hours of the day. So I try to limit my time on TikTok, but let me know, what is the latest dance? Like, what should I be learning next? Yes, isn't it great just to sit and face the window when you're working? I think like that light coming in, even if you can just make sure, I know some places like the UK have mandated you can only go outside once a day, I think. So just making sure, you know, even though we're supposed to be social distancing, you can still like go lay in your backyard or take a walk around the block, as long as you're being safe and taking precautions and wearing your masks or whatever you need to be doing. I think that's important too, if you are struggling with anxiety and depression and those feelings, to just get some fresh air, because that can really help. Let's see. What are my plans for tomorrow? That's a great question. I will probably wake up, make some iced coffee. I have been loving eggs for breakfast lately, or I'll do some soy yogurt with granola. So I might do that. And then I'm gonna put in a few hours of work for my clients. So that usually entails me editing some of their videos that they want to put up on YouTube or IGTV. So I will edit that, and then just like schedule those posts, and maybe like create some Instagram graphics or things like that. So I'll probably do that for maybe like 3 or 4 hours. And then it's usually nap time or lunchtime. And then, I don't know, I do want to like try and record more videos, because I know I've been kind of avoiding it just because, I don't know, it's hard right now. I feel like I just don't, I know I am too hard on myself, but I get in my head of thinking I don't really have anything valuable to add to the conversation right now. And I don't ever want to come on here and be negative. Like, I feel like there's already so much negativity in the world. And so when I get in a place where I am feeling very anxious and depressed and negative, I don't want to come on YouTube and bring that negative vibe, you know? So I feel like that's why I haven't been really uploading this past week. So I'm hoping that I can record a video tomorrow, but let me know what you would like to see, if you have any suggestions or ideas or things that you would like to see, because I don't really know what I'm gonna record. Yes, Candace, that whipped coffee, like the TikTok one, I have made that. It's so good. I do think it's kind of like heavy on the like coffee. Like, I feel like maybe I wouldn't put as much coffee in it next time. But I love it. It's so if you guys have followed me for a while, you know that like before my surgery, which I have yet to have, my doctor had told me I really need to cut out caffeine and coffee. And so I did that for like maybe 45 days. And now, since everything has been going on, I've been kind of just like, screw it, and eating whatever I feel like. And I will say my skin is not happy about it, because I'm definitely breaking out, but I have been very happy about it, and I missed coffee so much. I just love coffee. So I'm putting on right now, this is my Natasha Denona. This is the Chroma Crystal top coat in the shade Bronze, I think. I love putting this on just for like an easy, like I just love the little crystal look. Like you can see in this eye versus this one. I just love how that looks. And it's just a subtle, it's super easy. I like to do it whenever I'm like running late for something. And I'll just get my brush wet a little bit and then dip into the, like, look at that pigment. That's just, oh, I love this stuff. So I'll just dip into it a little bit and just spread it around my lid. And I feel like it just looks like I tried. It looks like, wow, you're so put together. But really, all I did was just splatter it all over my lid. And there we go. So I'm just gonna do that on this eye too. And really, I don't even know why I'm like getting dolled up. I feel like my friends on the Zoom call are gonna be like, why do you look so put together? But maybe it was more of an excuse for me to come chat with you guys, because I missed chatting with you. What does my perfect day look like? Ooh, like perfect day in quarantine or perfect day outside of quarantine? I I think right now my perfect day in quarantine would be wake up, have some whipped coffee with maybe like maybe eggs Benedict or French toast for breakfast. And then it would be really nice and sunny outside. And I'd go sit on my porch, maybe read a little bit, maybe read until like lunchtime. And then when lunchtime came, I would make lunch. I'd have a BLT sandwich. Then I would watch some YouTube videos because as much as I love making YouTube videos, I love watching YouTube videos. So I would do that. I love watching commentary channels and like lifestyle, clothing, fashion type videos. So I'd probably watch some of that. And then do some online shopping because I have a problem. Speaking of online shopping, I did actually just order these earrings from the M Jewelers. I don't know. I feel like they might be too big. What do you guys think? Should I keep them or should I return them? I don't know. But yeah, I do some online shopping, maybe go for like an afternoon walk, and then I would binge watch Game of Thrones until the end of the day. That would be like my perfect quarantine day. Let's see. Did you like the whipped coffee, Candace? Let's see, Maxine, how do you get it right to keep people smiling and staying positive? I don't know. I feel like I struggle with that too. Like, I can be someone who, if I let myself, I would just spiral and become very negative and get into very negative, what's the word? Like self-destructive thoughts, probably. But I think it's because when you care about other people more than yourself, which is a good and bad thing, you don't want them to feel that way. So just trying to be positive for them, I think, is how I try and look at it. Like, I don't want to come on here and be negative for you guys because I'm sure you already have enough negativity going on in your own life. So I want to be positive so that hopefully you can leave feeling positive too. Does that make sense? Do I use any Clinique products? I used to use their, like the balm to remove makeup and their moisturizer. I love their moisturizer. I think Clinique does that really well. Other than that, I've never really tried too many of their makeup products, more so skincare. But that doesn't mean it's bad. Have you guys tried any of it? Do you have like favorites from them? What kind of books do I read? I typically either do like, I do kind of am a sucker for self-help books at times. Otherwise, I love like true crimey fiction books, like, you know, like The Gone Girl or the, what was that other one that I read? It was, I can see it on my bookshelf. Oh, Something in the Water. That one was really good too. I just love mysteries. I love any type of like, there was one, I'd have to go on my Audible and I think I'm like logged out of it right now, but I do use a lot of like the Audible, I can't think of words. Audible, I like doing it when you're traveling, right? So if you're driving, like you have a long commute to work, or when I lived in London and had like 40 minutes I was going to be on the train to go somewhere, I love listening to audiobooks for that purpose. Especially when you're cleaning the house too. I think that's helpful. Oh, you like the earrings? Okay, maybe I'll keep them. Yeah, Candace, I thought the same thing, that the coffee was just like really intense. So maybe next time I make the whipped coffee, I won't put as many tablespoons of coffee in it. Which foreign country would I love to visit? It's a good question. I feel like one of my favorite countries I've already visited was Italy. Such a beautiful place. The food is amazing. The people were amazing. Love Italy. Although I've never been to northern Italy. I've only been to like the southern parts of Italy, and I would love to go to northern Italy. Otherwise, Greece. I would love to go to Greece. I would love to go to Australia. And where else would I love to go? I want to go to Brazil too. I would love that. Okay, so what do I need to do next? I think I'm gonna do a little bit of this Arches and Halos. This is their like microfiber tinted brow mousse. So I'm gonna put that in my brows. I just like keep looking at the time because let's see, don't want to be late for my Zoom call. I don't know, and maybe if you guys would want a video like this, but I really need to do something with my brows. They are so crazy right now. I need to tame them. I got this kit at Target a while ago of dyeing your brows. So, well, not dyeing them, but like tinting your brows. So I was thinking maybe I would do that too, but I don't know if people want to see that. Oh, Yasmina, thank you. I'm glad you like how the videos are edited. That honestly is probably what takes me the longest of pumping out videos, is I can get a video recorded and mainly edited, but then trying to find different like memes and vines and little things I want to pop into the video, that is what takes me forever and why I don't always get a video up on the day that I want it up. Okay, I'm gonna put this NYX lip liner. This is in Nude Truffle. It's kind of darker than I thought it was gonna be, but that's okay. So, what are you guys up to today? What time is it, like where you are too? That's sort of thing, like I never know when is the best time to go live because I feel like there's never a good time for everyone. But I'll try to leave my lives up for like a few days so people can see them if they didn't get here. Let's see. Malahi, is that how you say your name? I like that name, that's really pretty. How to keep a relationship going during quarantine. I think FaceTime, and just communicating like the expectations you guys have about your relationship. I know not everyone can be quarantined with their significant other, but I think it's hard too because it's like if they're quarantined and they're just not answering you, that's a little concerning because what else are they doing with all their time? But as long as you have like designated times, like maybe once in the morning and once at night that you can FaceTime, then I think that's a good way to keep your relationship going. But also, I don't even remember what I was saying. Let's see. Oh, hi, Manny. Let's see. Oh, it's Candace. It's 2:32 where you are. I wish it was 2:32 here. I could go back in time. 11:30 in South Africa. Oh my gosh, I've always wanted to go to South Africa. Menmeet, you're 3 a.m. in India. Oh my gosh, what are you doing up so late? Like, I can even talk though, because I usually go to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning. Let's see. Marcelina, you're funny. I honestly looked homeless when this live started. The only reason I'm putting a little bit of makeup on is because I am supposed to do like a virtual happy hour with some friends in a little bit. So I thought I would put some makeup on so I looked alive and didn't look like I've been doing nothing with my life, when in reality that's what I've been doing. I've just been, I don't even know what, honestly. Like, do you ever have those days where the day is over and you're literally like, I don't even know what I did all day? I feel like that was me today. I took a long ass nap. I woke up late, and other than that, I don't really know what I did. Maxine, how can someone deal with a breakup during quarantine? That's tough, especially because it's like you can't really get out of the house and distract yourself. But I think first, just that accepting that it's over and accepting that it happened for the right reasons and you will be okay eventually. Like, everyone has gone through breakups, and like, you will be okay. I think also knowing that you're not alone. Like, there, as much as you see everyone on social media posting of, oh, me and my cute boyfriend doing this TikTok challenge, and also everyone posting that like first photo challenge of them with their significant other in the first photo they ever took together. I was like, I don't have a significant other, so like, can I just post a photo of me and myself? But it can be hard because all you're doing is sitting home on social media, and how are you supposed to get over someone when you're just constantly looking at these photos of other people together and comparing yourself? So honestly, my heart goes out to you, because that would be very tough. And also my DMs are always open if you need to talk about it. But I think, yeah, just knowing that you're not alone, it will get better. It happened. I mean, it may not seem like it now, but it happened for the best. I truly think like everything happens for a reason, and you will come out of this stronger. And the person you are meant to be with, you're going to find each other. And when that happens, you will be glad that you and this person didn't work out, which seems crazy now to think of, but one day you'll see that. Who was my first crush? Ooh. I'm trying to think of like my first celebrity crush. All that I can think of right now is like Justin Timberlake, probably. I was so sad when him and Britney broke up. What do I think of Game of Thrones so far? I love it. I really didn't think I was gonna love it as much as I do. But I really, yeah, I think it's just so fast paced. I love that every episode, like, something is happening. And because I just get bored so easily, and I feel like a lot of shows, like I tried watching Outlander and I liked it, but I felt like it was very slow, and I felt like I was like having to force myself to sit down and watch it, whereas Game of Thrones, it's just so quick. And I also like that they don't give a shit if you're a main character. They will kill your ass. Like, you gotta keep on your toes because someone you like might just die in this episode, and it's like, you can't get too attached. So I kind of like that. Let's see. Could you give some tips about confidence and insecurities and motivation tips? Struggling to be motivated with studies right now. Ugh, sending love your way, because I remember being in uni last year and being so stressed. It's hard, but I think, especially with university, like, just reminding yourself why you started and how proud of yourself you're going to be when you get that diploma and you realize you achieved this. That's just what I kept trying to like visualizing being done with grad school, and visualizing getting that diploma and how proud I would be when I finished my studies. That is what got me through. And I think proving other people wrong too, that thought I couldn't do it. And I was like, I'm going to show you I can do this. Because it's hard. It is so hard to stay motivated and not just be like, F this, I'm done with this. Especially, I can't even imagine during like Corona and stuff, that that would be so hard. So sending love your way. You've got this. Remember why you started and remember how proud of yourself you should be for even how far you've gotten, but how proud you're going to be when you get that diploma. Because no one can take that away from you, and you will know, like, I got this, and look at how much shit I had to go through just to get this, but I did it. And yeah, the doors and opportunities that will open for you because you got that degree. So just try and remind yourself of that. But as far as tips about confidence and insecurities, that's hard. I think that's something that, unfortunately, people will struggle with until you're like in your 40s or 50s. I feel like people still struggle with insecurities. And then you start to hit that age where you're like 60 and you're like, I don't give a shit anymore. And you're just like a crazy person. I can't wait till that age when you can just say whatever you want. No one can be mad because you're like an old person and they're like, okay, well, what are you going to do? I feel like that's like my grandma now. Like, she's 90. She can say whatever she wants and no one's going to say anything. Like, that's grandma. So unfortunately, I think that's something, insecurities and confidence, that everyone struggles with. And if they tell you they don't, they're lying. But I think one thing that has helped me is to remind myself that people don't really think about me as much as I would think they do. Does that make sense? Like, so for me, I'm very insecure about certain things, maybe about like, oh, my skin looks bad, or I have put on more weight and I feel insecure about this, how I look in this outfit, how, XYZ. But then I just try and remind myself, like, no one really cares what I look like. Like, I know, to me, it seems like it's this massive thing and everyone's talking about it behind my back, but they're really not, because they're also just as insecure about something going on in their life. And so I think trying to remind yourself that everyone is insecure and everyone is dealing with this inner monologue of, I'm not good enough, or I'm not smart enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not whatever enough. Everyone is dealing with that. And once you realize that, you realize they don't have room to judge you for what you're insecure about. That person's dealing with their own insecurities. So I just try and remind myself of that every time I get really insecure about something, is that people really probably aren't thinking about me as much as I think they are, and they don't really care. I mean, when you die, no one is going to say, oh, she was so pretty. Oh, her skin was flawless. Oh, she just had the best body. Like, no, they're going to say, you were a kind person. You made people laugh. You were so giving. You were so, like, those are the things people are going to say. So I just try and remind myself that that's what it's really about. It's not about those insecurities that I have, if that helps at all. Let's see. So Marcelina, I think I do lots of stuff and then I lay in bed and think, oh my gosh, I did nothing. I think I'm not the only one that gets stuff done when I get ready in the morning. Yeah, I think I think we're all struggling with that right now, is trying to be like, what did I do today? Was I actually productive? And I think just reminding yourself, like, it's okay if you have days where you literally don't do anything. You're still here, you're still surviving, and that's okay. Like, this is a crazy time, so just do your best to try and get through. Malahi, little story time of your worst date. I don't even know if I could pick like one worst date, because I feel like I've had so many. I did have, I feel like this one is like a PC version. Not PC, PG, a PG version, I can say, because some of them I don't know who's watching this. So I feel like you gotta keep it PG. But Marcelina, you want to hear every bad date story now? Honestly, that was weird. Did the live like cut out for a second? I just got a phone call. Sorry. I don't know if Is it still here, you guys? Is it still working? I don't know who was calling me, but I just ignored it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I can already think of like 3 bad date stories right off the top of my head. One of them inappropriate. Manny, hey, I saw your relationship advice videos and I have a question about my ex and really desperate for a second opinion. Let's see. Okay, your ex has contacted you once every month since you broke up. I honestly think that you should probably like not even be talking to him. I think if you broke up, you should block him, and because just communicating and doing all of that, and like, I don't know what his intentions are, if he wants to be friends or if he just like wants to use you, but honestly, I don't think that's healthy to just like keep talking to your ex. I think you need to just cut it off and be done with it. Because otherwise you're never really going to move on. Marvin, what's your opinion on players and the nice guys that nobody wants? I think as you get older, you will realize, like, I think I used to really, me personally, used to really want a bad boy. Like, I loved that. And now that I'm older, like, that's not what I want at all. And I think that's unfortunately a phase that a lot of people go through when they're younger. But if you want, and like, I don't mean to say this in a sense of like you should just settle for the nice guy, but I do think there are nice guys out there that can still be exciting and that you can still have like passion for. I think it's a happy medium. Like, I don't think you should go all the way to the spectrum of this guy's really nice, but he's boring, so I'm just going to stay with him. I don't think you should do that. And I don't think you should be with a bad guy who treats you like shit. That's not good. But I do think there's like a middle ground of a nice guy who can still be exciting and funny and challenges you, but is respectful, but's like super hot and you just like want to rip their clothes off. I think that those people exist. And I think unfortunately people settle because they're scared of being alone. And so they either settle for a nice, boring person who they're just going to end up being bored with, or they settle for someone who treats them like shit. So I really think just don't settle, because I think you will find there are guys out there who are super funny, but are respectful and are kind and caring and attractive. Like, they exist, but I mean, obviously it's not like they're overflowing the population, but they exist. And so I think you just can't settle. Okay, Vername, you're gonna meet a guy after quarantine. He's a friend of your sister's and told you that he thinks you're pretty and it seems like he's interested. You don't know what to do. I don't want to be hurt. I think that's fine. Like, you have to take some risks in life, and I would definitely say still be guarded and make sure you're not just like already planning your wedding with this person. But I think it can't hurt to talk to him and meet him after quarantine, and like, who knows, maybe it could turn into something. But if it doesn't, you won't be upset. Like, just take it for what it is and don't read into anything he's saying, or don't think, oh, he said this, so that means this. Like, just take it for what it is. Take it day by day, take it slow. Don't get too invested until you know you can really trust this person. Let's see. Malahi, do you think the makeup influencing industry is oversaturated? I do think it's oversaturated, but I think there is a shift we're seeing in influencer marketing and like the influencer industry, that people don't want to, I mean, I know for me personally, I don't follow like the Jaclyn Hills, the Jeffree Stars, the James Charles, like though I can't relate to those people. And honestly, a lot of them get in so much drama that I don't care to know what's going on in their life, and I don't want to really know what's going on in their life because I don't really trust what they're saying. So I think there is a shift in people following more relatable content creators and people that they feel like are honest and people that they feel like they can trust. So I think if that question was more in relation to like, should you start your own channel and do your own thing? I think totally, like there's always opportunity for more people. So as long as you just be yourself, I think you could definitely make it. Let's see. Maxine, how many siblings do I have? I have only half siblings. So I have a brother and a sister, but my parents got divorced when I was very young, and my dad, we're talking about players, he would be like player number one. So I know I have actually a lot more siblings out there that I just don't know of because he just loved to get people pregnant. So that's fun. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna do my mascara. I should probably hop off soon anyway to get on this Zoom call, but I just wanted to chat with you guys and see how you were all doing. Let me know if you have any ideas of things, of videos and content you want to see in the next few days. I will do my best to try and record something for you guys because I know I haven't been uploading as much. It's just with everything going on, I've been feeling really overwhelmed lately. So, yeah, let me know what you guys would like to see. But yeah, I love you guys so much. I hope you all are doing well and trying your best to stay positive during all of this. I'm here for you guys, and I will see you soon. Hope you guys are having, I already said that, but whatever. You guys know I can't keep track of what I've said and what I've not said already, but yeah. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day, night, whatever. Bye.